But curses, we lost our leader. Okay, I understand. Thank you very much for that. When you sneak up behind me and tell me how kind and patient the king is, it feels more like a threat. Greetings to you all and welcome to Let's Play Dungeons and Dragons Warriors of the Eternal Sun. With me, Aztecs and Elves. This is a fantastic RPG for the Mega Drive, that's the Sega Genesis if you're from across the pond. Loaded with a variety of different gameplay and battle styles, but also plot. Behold the plot. Yeah, strangle that goblin. Good work. I mean bad work, we're losing the fight, let's retreat. It looked pretty good for us. But never mind, we're admitting defeat already. Not a good way to start the game, I'm going to be completely honest. And somehow I don't think the bards are going to save us from this one. I see, looking at that picture, it does seem a little more grim for us. The shock on his face. The shock on his face. That's not shock. That's pain. Anguish. Emotions are changing. But what on earth is happening? We are being sucked into the void. And we are being dumped here. Impossibly high cliffs. Look at the size of these cliffs. They're at least twice as high as any other cliff we've ever seen. That is impossible to the minds of these people. I'm fairly sure there are cliffs taller than that exist in actual reality. But no, never mind. These are impossibly tall cliffs. What will we do now we are stranded here? In the valley. And why can I load the game that I haven't even played yet? Let's create our party. Now, creating the party is the most important step of any RPG, as you all know. We have 7 classes to choose from. Let me describe them briefly. Cleric is the healer, very important. Fighter stands at the front, deals damage, takes damage. Dwarf stands at the front, deals damage, takes damage. What's the difference? Dwarf has more HP, fighter can hold a wider range of weapons, better weapons. So fighter for damage, dwarf for tankiness. Magic user uses magic, who would have guessed? Elf, he's the kind of all-rounder. He is a bit of a fighter, a bit of a magic user. Can't use as powerful spells, doesn't have as much HP as these guys. Think of him as your red mage. Thief. So this guy thematically hides in the shadows, and he has an ability called Hide in the Shadows, which will help him do just that. Apart from that, his special ability is that he can detect traps and disarm them if he detects them. I don't know if he actually disarms them or if he just chooses to avoid them. Either suffices. And then we have the halfling. He's useless. So once you've selected your character, it's time to paint them. Wonderful. What's the most degrading colour? Why am I already at the name section? Get back out of there. I haven't finished painting. Right. How about green to match your tunic? Love it. At the bottom of the screen we have roll again. Look at the top. You'll see numbers changing frantically. What does roll again do? It randomizes those stats. Only the stats on the left. And gold, but never mind. If you want to know what all of these stats do, I made a handy video explaining what they do. I'm just going to tell you which stats I am specifically looking for when I roll. Rolls will be between 9 and 18 for each individual stat. For the halfling, I'm looking for a high roll in strength and a high roll in constitution. If I were going to be greedy, I'd also look for a good dex roll, but we're not going to. We're not that greedy. But I will have 18 strength. I will not settle for anything else. This could be a long portion of the video. Constitution of 13. That's pretty poor. We can do better. It shouldn't be this hard to roll an 18 in strength. I blame it on the halfling. We can't do better, can we? Also, pressure's on. When I hit an 18, I have to stop. If I roll over an 18, I'm going to look like an idiot. I look like an idiot. We all knew it was going to happen. That one I didn't roll over, I checked. Constitution was 10. It's awful. Game, I fear you're mocking me here. Alright, I'll be less fussy. Just give me 18 in strength. And, I don't know, we'll take 13 or above in Constitution. How does that sound? I hate this game. I mean, I don't. I love this game. But at times, you know, at times. That's really bad still, but we'll take it. Fine. I don't care. Need an appropriate name for my characters. Now this is dangerous because it means I have to try and be comical, and that's never a good place to be. But what we're going to go for is I'm going to be using character names... Whoa, I made a mistake here. That's also a mistake. Get me out of here. Get me out of the naming! End. Right. Huzzah! Female. I'm going to be naming my characters after previous Let's Plays that I have done. And if you know what this character is from, I'm impressed, because I didn't know her name and I had to look it up. But huzzah, one character done. Next on the list, what are we going to need? We're going to need a cleric, let's be honest here. Going to be female again. May the rolling begin. What are we looking for? We're looking for good dex and a good constitution. You know what? Let's learn from our mistakes and just take that. Everyone should be a different colour. Yellow kind of blends in neatly. I like that. You can be... Just realised my team's going to be awfully feminine. That's alright. I put a creepy smile on the end of it. Bloodthirsty Mina, coming back from Warsong. We're going to need ourselves a magic user. Also female, because I didn't plan this out very well. Blue looks terrible for you. You're going to be red. So what stats do we think a mage wants? That's right, you guessed it. Dex and constitution. That'll do. Please give you a name. Oh, you're so fussy. Honestly. Finally, lurking in the shadows at the back. With another matching outfit. First, rolling his stats. 18 index. Won't settle for anything else here. Now, if you're playing this game for yourself and you want a good party, you should probably be trying to get something like 18 in your main stat and then over 16 in your substat. 16 or over. And I'm debating taking this because the constitution's low but the strength is high. Go on then. I don't want to be rolling all day. Names have got substantially easier to guess what game they're from. So we got Kane from Command & Conquer. He lurks in the shadows. We've got Pocky from Pocky and Rocky. It wasn't that hard to guess. We've got Mina from Warsong, the bloodthirsty cleric. And we've got Elodie. We're going to call her Elodie. From Long Live the Queen, the midget princess. My lord, we are here to serve. We haven't finished with the old enemy, but all right. Understood. We shall find you some allies. Fear not. I understand the mission. Let's set out. I was going to say men, but chaps. You there, person who lives in the tower. You will pay me well. Understood. Let us help this person. Marmillion lives in that tower. All rare artifacts we shall bring to the attention of Marmillion. Now welcome to the dank dungeon. This is where we keep the prisoners, see? And rip off their arms, apparently, once they've starved to death. We're not nice people. Hey look, it's a prisoner. Good lord. You made me realise I've not got my stats on. So at the minute I have an HP bar, which is horrendous. Now I have HP numbers. And look how angry Elodie is. Good grief. She's in a bad mood. Meant to leave the menu, ended up bringing up a map. Good work, Kane. That's our first death. Things aren't going so well. I have many... Why is there a face engraved on the wall? I have many questions. Like why the gauntlets of ogre power are hidden behind this wall here. But curses, we lost our leader. Okay, I understand. Thank you very much for that. When you sneak up behind me and tell me how kind and patient the king is, it feels more like a threat. As if to say, why aren't you already adventuring? One moment, we're going to have to take an unplanned detour. Feel free to stare at Elodie's shocked face. It'll keep you entertained. Until I speak to this man. You. Thank you. He is the great reviver. Now, back to my exploration, and let's sort out the party. I don't really care about what order the party's in, other than the fact that Elodie leads. It's both comical and most effective. Two of my team know the ability Hide. Are you inspired with confidence? I shall explore the rest of these towers. So you see at the bottom of the screen we have these little snippets of information for the role players amongst you. Telling you about the places I'm entering. Apparently I've entered the privy. Let's get out of there. Not a very exciting tower, this one. My lord, any tips? Rewards, he says. Then let us make haste. We can also explore this tower, though I'm pretty sure there's nothing in it. If you're wondering why I keep staring at the wall, I'm checking to see if it's a fake wall. Not sure how a tiny little vent in the wall is a hatch that leads to the roof, but better not to ask any questions. So there's nothing here. But there is something here. Lo and behold, we shall learn to love this man. He sells the weaponry. Now we are going to need some weaponry. Specifically, I'm going to need slings. And in between purchasing each sling, I'm going to be changing character. Otherwise, Elodie would end up with all 4 slings and I'll have to pass them out manually later, which isn't fun. Down here, we have the armor vendor. And I can't remember what armor we start with, but I think it's nothing. Let's check. You join those gauntlets of ogre power. If you wonder what they do, allow me to explain. Nothing. They are supposed to give me 18 strength, and if you look in the top left, you'll see the number 18 next to the word strength. But I haven't got 18 strength. It's purely visual. Right, no one has any armor, and the axe, which is the best weapon I've got, should probably... It's OCD, alright. Leave me alone. The axe should probably... Halflings can't use axes. Boy, are they so useless. I don't think a thief can either, can it? Certainly a cleric can't. A cleric can't use any bladed weapon. You can use the axe. Alright, never mind. Kane, it's yours. I'm so glad I took that off you. Let me buy some armor for these people. You can have leather armor. Now, a wizard can't actually equip leather armor. Don't know why. There we go. I think it works on the cleric. Not entirely sure. Should do. Back into the church. Now, we took a little detour here earlier. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Everyone's very kind over here. Who lives here? I feel like you're not as optimistic as I'd first hoped. Pocky, yes. Who's this one for? That's nice to know, but who is this one for? Well, I'll let you into a secret. That one isn't for anyone. That one is a secret that we shall explore later. I know. Shocking. Interesting how the two graves that have already been dug, neither of them were for Elodie, who's already died. Right, we've now taken the secret back entrance into the church, and we are looting the place. We'll take that. Don't see why the townsfolk need a staff of healing. Much better in my possession. We can all agree with that. Just having a sniff around. Let's explore the rest of the town. There's not that many people in this town. This is the caravan man. He is essentially quick travel, but when you haven't been anywhere, there's very few places he can quickly travel you to. This is a man who lives in... I mean, technically it's a house, I suppose. He seems to have bricks on the floor. He's got it all wrong. Okay, thanks. Must have had a very traumatic experience. Detailing these houses was not high on the programmer's to-do list. I mean, this one doesn't even have a door. Seems wasteful. We do have a guard tower to explore, though. A sword! Finally! A weapon that Elodie can use. It's a miracle. This game does benefit you greatly if you go exploring. With a couple of fantastic houses there. There are secrets everywhere, and we shall strive to get them. I always thought this looks kind of like a homeless man because he's got a long beard, but maybe that's a bit prejudiced of me. You there, hungry chap, doesn't want to chat. Well, screw you all then. What are you cooking over here? It's clearly chicken. I guess that's supposed to be fire. Not anymore, there isn't. Now, my eyes cannot see anything else here. For context, I'm in the bakery. This is the bakery, you speak. You're not going to tell me it's the bakery, but it is the bakery. I'll prove it in a moment. I have no idea what I'm looking at if not beds. If these are supposed to be something other than beds, I don't know what they are. And why the beds are in the bakery, I also don't know. Maybe I'm not in a bakery per se, but I'm in a kitchen. See, look. I found all the flour and rice litter. Don't know what that means. Not a chef. Thank you, homeless man. He's learned how to speak. See, development. Final shop. Important shop. The magic shop. It sells spells that don't deal damage, so we don't want them. But it also hides a secret. And this secret is a little less obvious than the other ones because you have to engage with the shop owner in order to walk back here. But, lo and behold, the supply cupboard. The secret wand of lightning. The secret spell of sleep. The secret wall of acid flames. Yeah, the wall does nothing. But we have successfully looted the castle. That's a successful mission. Let's divvy up the goods. Halflings can use swords. We are wearing the leather armor. We do not need to actually equip the leather armor. Just so long as it's in our inventory, that's good enough. We have some potions. Everyone seems to have a potion. Nice. Wand of Lightning. Very, very powerful. We will be using the Wand of Lightning later. Not now. We don't need it yet. Scroll of Sleep. That will teach us the sleep spell. We shall be learning that in one moment. Now I'm going to check you're actually wearing this armor. You are wearing the leather armor. Great. You can use the Staff of Healing. Take a wild guess what it does. I'm now going to rest even though I don't need to, because that will give Pocky the time to scribe the spell of Sleep. I now have the option to use Sleep instead of Magic Missile. I deny that chance, and I'm ready for action. Now, it feels a shame if I were to end the video here without seeing any action whatsoever. So we will do our first fight in this video. Now remember, our quest is to find some allies. And we start on this little island. It might not look like an island, but if you look all around, you'll see it is an island with one bridge to the bottom left, only way out. But there's a campfire top left. That's interesting. There's also a swamp bottom right. That's less interesting. Let's go see that campfire. It must be intelligent life if they can make a campfire, right? That's not intelligent life. That's a snake. Let's kill it. Welcome to external combat. Run, Kane. You're not meant for the front lines. Good work. I see a tradition where Mina is the only one who can kill anything. It doesn't matter what game I'm playing. Go on, do it again, Mina. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. She probably has the least chance to hit. Gotta check it in a minute. Please can I not lose my whole party to one snake? Why are we so unbelievably useless? I'm not casting my magic missile on this. I know what's coming up. But if that snake bites me again... Thank you, Kane. Oh, the victory jingle. We needed that. I'm curious. Who has the highest chance to hit? Kane? Oh, wow. 18 dex. I didn't realise I got 18 dex. I forgot. Never mind. Mina is pretty good with the sling. Now, where's that camp? North. Alright. Intelligent life, are you here? Why am I struggling so much to find this thing? Here it is. And you know what? For no apparent reason, I am going to sleep. Right next to this campfire. Not suspicious in the slightest. On we go. Ooh, they're cooking up a nice piece of meat here. But where are the people who... Oh. We have found the members of this camp. They are Beastmen. They are hairy. And they are not friendly. And they got the jump on us pretty badly here. Usually you don't get jumped quite so bad. Okay, that's a much safer position. I'm going to use my magic missile right now. Good lord, look how angry Pocky is. Look at that face. Usually I play the male wizard, so I don't see the female face. But good grief. She is positively psychotic. Sorry, I got distracted. Ugh, she's hideous. The Magic Missile is a very powerful spell, but I can only use it once. And you might be thinking it's not very powerful, it only did 3 damage. But it can't miss. Whereas everything else I've got seems to have about a 90% chance of missing. Nice work, Kane. The only man I can rely on. That was impressive. Take it back. Right, now we're out of magic, you may as well get your staff out. Not going to use it, mind you, I'm going to use the sling. I'll explain the combat mechanics while I'm here. Out of my way, Kane. I need to heal. It's the Staff of Healing. So, you'll see each of my characters has 2 items equipped right next to the portrait on the right of the screen. If I press A, they will use the leftmost object, and if I press B, they will use the rightmost. You can bind anything to those, really. Weapons. You see I've got melee weapons and ranged weapons at the minute, but earlier I had a spell. Works the same way. You can put potions on there, you can put wands, magic scrolls, all sorts of things. So in this position, I want my cleric to use my sling. I'm just going to press B to select the sling, and I can rotate through the enemies. A red target means the enemy's in range, a white target means it's not. Characters can move before they take their turn, if they so desire. You can't move through enemies. And there's a limit to how far you can move before you run out of movement. Other than that, it's pretty standard turn-based combat. You'll see all of my all of my characters, all of my party, get to act before all of the enemy get to act. So it's very turn-based in that sense. It's my team, then it's your team. Come on, guys, you can do this. I've got to say, Elodie hits like a truck. Okay, and you're not supposed to be on the front lines. You want to get behind Elodie here. I do love the fact that my wizard has joint highest HP. And apparently also hits like a truck. I don't know what's going on with this party. I have no idea. That's not good. I'm gonna run away. I know there's a man hiding in those trees. Get the healer down here. Impressive. I'm coming, ladies. Wait, I wanted to whack the enemy, not heal. Kane went down in 1 hit. The shame. The shame of it all. I don't have a weapon that can actually deal damage. I'm going to have to sling them at point blank. How you miss with a point blank sling, I don't know. I feel like we could just abandon the sling and throw the rocks directly with our hands. I am very impressed with Elodie. She is cleaning up. Look at that smug look on her face. I'm rich. And they dropped items. Great. And I would continue with the game, looking for allies. But Kane had to go and die on me. So, do you mind? That was a bore. I'm not hungry. I'll leave it be. But because Kane died on me, it seems nice to bring him back to life. I mean, I'd appreciate it if I died, and somebody took the time to bring me back to life. In fact, I go so far as to say I'd be quite miffed if people didn't bring me back to life. Where in God's name is the castle? I've never overshot the castle to the right in my life. I've undershot it to the left, never overshot it to the right. So that's a new experience for me. Guards, help! There's one boar. It's on the prowl. Is that the new enemies that you're defending against? Take it seriously. I also heard rumours there's one snake. Well, there was one snake. I can see why we had to leave you all on defence. Thank you. Did you notice I'm missing a player when you said that? Why do I keep referring to my team as players? Kane, back to life. Oh, I know you were dead a moment ago and you're probably still a bit groggy, but... hold your axe, man. We're back to the fight. In the next video. Hopefully you'll join me for that. And I shall see you then.